Gentlemen over 60, let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, frustrated, because you had to get up for the third, or maybe even the fourth, time just to use the bathroom? Have you noticed your stream isn't what it used to be, or that feeling that your bladder never quite empties? Maybe you've told yourself, well, that's just what happens when you get older. But here's the truth, what if it's not just age? What if your prostate is quietly trying to tell you something, and you've been ignoring the signs? I've met so many men who brush off these small changes. They tell themselves it's nothing serious, or they just try to live with the discomfort. But behind those little annoyances, your prostate could be sending you warning signals about your health, your energy, and even your independence. And here's where I come in. My name is Dr. David Gerard. I'm a prostate specialist with over 30 years of experience working with men just like you. For decades, I've seen firsthand how small daily choices can make the difference between years of frustration and years of freedom. That's why today, I want to share with you 5 simple, science-backed habits that could completely change the way you feel. And listen, this isn't about gimmicks, it isn't about magic pills. These are habits that give you back something more valuable than money, your dignity, your confidence, and your ability to live life on your own terms. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know the 5 daily habits that every man over 60 should be practicing if he wants to protect his prostate, improve his energy, and stay strong and independent. But before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Drop a quick comment right now, just type, "I'm here," if you're ready to take control of your health after 60. And don't forget to subscribe to Golden 70s Health, so you never miss a doctor's advice designed to help you stay strong, sharp, and confident in your golden years. Let's begin with the first habit, and it might surprise you with how simple it is. Hydration. Now, I want you to picture this. A gentleman in his early 70s once sat in my office. He told me proudly that he'd stopped drinking much water during the day. His reason? He was trying to avoid those frustrating trips to the bathroom at night. He thought he was being smart. But instead of solving the problem, he created a new one. His urine became so concentrated and acidic that it irritated his bladder even more, and the nighttime trips didn't stop, they actually got worse. You see, as we age, our sense of thirst becomes weaker. Many men don't even realize how little water they're drinking. And here's the problem. When your body runs dry, your urine becomes harsh, filled with waste products that inflame and irritate delicate tissues, including your prostate. That irritation doesn't just stay in the bladder. It builds pressure, it worsens inflammation, and over time, it can make your prostate symptoms feel far more severe than they need to be. Science has looked at this very issue. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Urology followed over 2,000 men aged 60 and older. The researchers found that men who spread out their water intake throughout the day, and then reduced fluid intake in the evening, saw something incredible. They experienced a 41% drop in nighttime urgency and frequency. Imagine that, almost half of those exhausting bathroom interruptions gone, just from timing your water differently. But here's where so many seniors make a mistake. They hold off drinking all day, and then late in the evening, they gulp down 2 or 3 glasses to catch up. The result? They flood their bladder at exactly the wrong time. Instead of giving their body rest, they wake themselves up over and over again. So what's the better way? Think of hydration like a prescription. From the moment you wake up, sip water steadily. Keep your body comfortably fueled throughout the morning and early afternoon. 6 to 8 cups is a good target, depending on how active you are and how your kidneys are functioning. Then, as evening comes, gently taper off. Allow your bladder a break. Allow your body the chance to recharge through the night without interruption. When you follow this rhythm, something powerful happens. Your bladder stays calmer. Your prostate experiences less irritation. Your nights become more restful. And suddenly, those small choices in the day start paying you back with freedom at night. But hydration, as important as it is only the beginning. Because once you've cared for your body on the inside, the next step is how you move it. And one of the most overlooked, yet powerful habits for men over 60, happens right after your meals. Now that we've talked about hydration, let's move into the second habit. This one doesn't require a gym membership, fancy equipment, or even a lot of time. Just a little bit of movement after meals. I'll never forget a gentleman in his late 60s who came to see me. He had gotten into the routine of taking a nap after lunch every single day. He thought he was giving his body rest. But he also struggled with frequent nighttime bathroom trips that drained his energy and left him exhausted in the mornings. I suggested something simple: instead of lying down after lunch, try taking a 15-minute walk. Nothing intense, just a gentle, steady walk around his neighborhood. Within weeks, he came back to me amazed. His nighttime bathroom trips had been cut in half, and he told me, "Doctor, I feel like I've got my evenings back." So why does something so simple work so well? Science gives us the answer. Walking after meals boosts blood flow to the pelvic area, which means more oxygen and nutrients reach the prostate. This improved circulation helps reduce irritation and supports healing. At the same time, walking helps regulate blood sugar, which is important because men with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes often face greater prostate problems. And here's another key benefit: light walking lowers inflammation markers in the body. We're talking about things like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6, which are often elevated in men with prostate issues. By simply moving after meals, you're telling your body to calm down its inflammation response. But here's where many men go wrong. They assume that only intense workouts make a difference. They think they have to push themselves with running, lifting heavy weights, or sweating buckets just to see results. The truth? That kind of overexertion can sometimes strain the body instead of helping it. The magic isn't in punishing exercise, it's in consistency. So here's my advice: after your lunch or dinner, take a gentle walk for 10 to 15 minutes. It could be around your house, in your garden, or down the street. You don't need to walk fast. You don't need to climb hills. What matters is that you move, you keep your blood flowing, and you make it a routine. Over time, those small steps add up to something powerful: better prostate health, fewer nighttime interruptions, and more energy to enjoy the things you love. So first, hydrate wisely. Second, walk after meals. Two simple habits that already start to change the way your body feels and functions. But there's another daily habit that men rarely talk about, one that carries a bit of stigma, but may actually be one of the most powerful for your prostate health. Now let's talk about the third habit. And I'll be honest, this one makes many men shift in their seats a little. But it's too important to ignore. Regular sexual activity. Over the years, I've had men in their 70s and even 80s sit across from me and ask, "Doctor, does intimacy still matter at my age?" And my answer, every single time, is simple: absolutely. Not only does it matter, it may be one of the most natural and effective ways to protect your prostate. Think about it this way. Just like your muscles need to move to stay strong, your prostate benefits from staying active too. When you maintain regular sexual activity, whether that's with a partner or solo, you're actually helping your prostate clear itself of waste and inflammation. You're keeping blood flowing, hormones balanced, and tension low. And this isn't just theory. A major study out of Harvard followed more than 30,000 men for nearly 2 decades. The results were striking. Men who ejaculated more than 21 times per month had a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to those who did so less often. That's not a small number. That's nearly a 1/3 reduction in risk from a natural activity your body was designed to enjoy. Yet here's the problem. Too many older men assume that sexuality has an expiration date. They think that once they've passed a certain age, intimacy is over, or they feel embarrassed to bring it up, even with their doctor. Some even believe it's unsafe for their heart or inappropriate for their age. And that silence robs them of one of the simplest, most beneficial habits for their health. The truth is, intimacy at any age can be healthy. Regular sexual activity helps reduce stress by lowering cortisol, the stress hormone that fuels inflammation. It improves pelvic circulation, keeping the prostate from becoming congested. It balances testosterone and supports mood, confidence, and overall well-being. So my advice? Don't let embarrassment rob you of something your body still needs. If you have concerns, whether physical, emotional, or relational, speak openly with your doctor. But know this, you are never too old to prioritize your sexual health. Healthy intimacy, in whatever form feels right for you, is a gift you give not just to your prostate but to your entire body and mind. Hydration. Walking. Sexual activity. 3 habits that already work together like a strong foundation. But prostate health isn't just about what you do with your body, it's also about what you put into your body. And that's where our next daily habit begins, right at your plate. Now let's move into the 4th habit. And this one begins right on your plate. Nutrition. I remember a patient of mine, he was in his late 60s, sharp-minded but constantly drained. He relied on packaged snacks, white bread, and sugary treats to keep him going through the day. His energy was low, his digestion sluggish, and his prostate symptoms, like frequent urination and discomfort, were only getting worse. I encouraged him to make a small but powerful change. Replace the processed foods with simple, whole ingredients, tomatoes cooked with olive oil, a handful of pumpkin seeds, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower. The transformation was remarkable. Within months, he told me his energy felt steadier, his sleep more restful, and those constant bathroom interruptions had eased. He didn't just look healthier, he carried himself with more confidence, like he'd turned back the clock. So why does this happen? The science is clear. Certain foods contain compounds that directly protect your prostate. Lycopene, found in cooked tomatoes, guava, and even watermelon, acts as a powerful antioxidant. When tomatoes are heated, think tomato sauce or stew, lycopene becomes more available to your body, helping reduce oxidative stress and even lowering prostate cancer risk. Then there's zinc, a mineral heavily concentrated in the prostate itself. Pumpkin seeds, nuts, and shellfish are excellent natural sources. Zinc supports testosterone balance and strengthens the very structure of prostate cells. Without enough of it, the prostate becomes more vulnerable to imbalance and dysfunction. And we can't forget cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, kale. These contain sulforaphane, a compound that activates your body's natural detox systems, helping to protect DNA and prevent cell damage. Think of sulforaphane as a shield against long-term harm. But here's the mistake I see so many men make. They rely too heavily on supplements, thinking a capsule can do the work of a meal. While supplements have their place, the truth is that whole foods deliver nutrients in perfect balance, with fiber, antioxidants, and healthy fats all working together. You can't capture that synergy in a pill bottle. So what's the practical advice? Build your meals around color and variety. Bright red tomatoes. Deep green leafy vegetables. A handful of nuts or seeds. Lean proteins like fish or chicken, paired with olive oil and whole grains. Every plate is a chance to heal, not just feed, your body. When you eat this way, food stops being just fuel, it becomes medicine. And over time, your prostate thanks you with fewer symptoms, better energy, and long-term protection. So far, we've looked at hydration, walking, intimacy, and nutrition. 4 habits that work hand in hand to support your health every single day. But as powerful as food is during the day, what happens when you close your eyes at night may be just as critical. That brings us to our 5th and final habit. And now we come to the 5th habit. One that so many men underestimate, yet it may be the most powerful of them all. Restorative sleep. I once had a patient, a hardworking man in his early 70s, who proudly told me, "Doctor, I only need 4 hours of sleep a night. I'm tougher than most people my age." He believed less sleep meant he was disciplined, even stronger. What he didn't realize was that by robbing his body of rest, he was doubling his risk of advanced prostate cancer. Within a few years, his health had declined sharply, and he admitted to me that the one thing he wished he had taken seriously was his sleep. Sleep is not just downtime. It is the body's natural repair system. Every night, when you close your eyes, your body goes to work in ways you may not see, but you certainly feel. Deep, restorative sleep regulates key hormones like melatonin and testosterone, hormones that play a vital role in reducing inflammation, balancing mood, and supporting prostate health. During those quiet hours, your body repairs tissue, strengthens the immune system, and resets the very systems that keep you alive and well. But here's the mistake too many men make: they treat sleep like a luxury. Something optional, something to cut short so they can squeeze in more television, more work, or more late-night habits. What they don't realize is that every skipped hour of sleep takes away a little more resilience from their body. Over time, poor sleep weakens the immune system, increases inflammation, and leaves the prostate more vulnerable to disease. So here's my advice to you. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. Make your bedroom a sanctuary, dark, cool, and quiet. Avoid caffeine late in the day, limit your screen time in the evening, and keep a consistent bedtime, even on weekends. By honoring your body's need for rest, you're not being lazy, you're giving your body the very medicine it was designed to use. Because when you sleep well, you wake up with more energy. Your mind feels clearer. Your mood improves. And your prostate functions more smoothly, with fewer interruptions during the night. Hydration. Walking. Sexual activity. Nutrition. Sleep. 5 habits that may seem simple on the surface, but together, they form a powerful shield. And when you bring all 5 into your daily life, that's where the real transformation begins. I know, it's not easy to think about changes in your body, especially the ones that touch your confidence and your independence. Waking up tired, feeling weaker, or noticing shifts in your intimacy can make you feel like pieces of yourself are slowly slipping away. And that thought can be hard to face. But let me remind you, these habits are not about loss. They are about freedom. Freedom to sleep through the night without constant interruptions. Freedom to walk with energy and strength. Freedom to feel steady in your body and confident in your mind. Freedom to enjoy your meals, your relationships, and your golden years without carrying the weight of worry. You don't need to wait for a crisis before making a change. You don't need to wait for a diagnosis or a hospital visit to suddenly take your health seriously. The power is in your hands today. And here's the truth. Even if you start with just one of these 5 habits, whether it's better hydration, a daily walk, more nourishing meals, deeper rest, or reconnecting with intimacy, you'll already be setting yourself on a new path. One small decision can start a ripple effect that changes the way you live. And I want you to hear this clearly: you are not broken. What you are experiencing is your body adapting. And with the right daily choices, you can thrive, not just survive, well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. I have seen men transform their lives not with surgeries or expensive treatments, but with consistency in the small, powerful habits we've just talked about. Their energy returned. Their confidence came back. And their independence, something they feared losing, remained firmly in their grasp. So take heart. You are stronger than you think. And your best years are not behind you, they are still ahead, waiting for you to claim them. To recap what we've covered today. Hydration timing, walking after meals, regular sexual activity, targeted nutrition, and restorative sleep, 5 simple, science-backed habits that, when practiced consistently, can make a world of difference for your prostate and your overall well-being. But now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 habits do you believe makes the biggest difference? Or do you think it's the combination, the way they work together, that really matters most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. You never know, your perspective might inspire or even help another man who's on the same journey as you. And if you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to Golden 70s Health. Every week, we share doctor-backed tips to keep seniors strong, sharp, and independent. This channel is here for you, to help you make the small, consistent choices that keep you living fully and confidently in your golden years. Thank you for spending this time with me today. It's been an honor to walk through these habits with you. Stay strong, stay informed, and remember, Your best years are still ahead, waiting for you to step into them with health, courage, and confidence.